What's up, guys? Episode 18 of Shield Hero. This episode was pretty action packed. We got we got a revelation of some sort and some interesting twists along the way. The beginning, basically, Naofumi is trying to talk some sense in the Spear Hero. He's blocking their way to the capital where Naofumi is going to try to clear his name, try to sort everything out just like Vittoria wanted. He was hoping that it was going to be Ren or the other dude, the bow hero, so because he feels like they would probably be more reasonable rather than the spear hero, which of course we all kind of figured it would be him. And he revealed himself to be he was sulking down. He was very distressed, and we find out that he knows about the other two heroes and assumes them to be dead. Based on the attack that happens later in this episode with the judgment. I don't think they're dead. I'm pretty sure they need heroes for the wave for one thing, and I also think that they probably somehow barely escaped, and they're laying low right now because I think they've kind of discovered the truth, and I think the only way for the truth to come out is for them to reveal what they've found out. Because again, none of us know anything except them at that point. Like, if the Pope was willing to destroy them, that means they must have found something that they shouldn't have. And so I'm thinking that when Naofumi is able to clear his name, it's because of the information that they found, and they will show up. They may show up later, maybe soon, but yeah. So during the fight, Mine and her mage crew, they summon this barrier to keep everyone in so no one can escape, and they fight it out. And of course, Naofumi's party is a lot stronger after all they've been through. Can't imagine them losing. Of course, even though they are at a lower level, like Naofumi, from a 1v1 standpoint, like of course his defense would probably, would hold off against any of them, but they don't really have the skills like to actually Naofumi doesn't have the skills to actually beat him. I think Philo and Raftalia, they are still probably good enough, surprisingly enough. But yeah, so they fight it out. We see some really cool combos. We see a lot of Melty's magic. Her water magic is canceling out basically Mine's fire magic. It was cool seeing Mine and Philo kind of working together. I don't know if they practiced that move or not, but like it was pretty cool, like a tornado, and it swept them all away. And then Philo gets that extra sense where she knows there's danger coming. We weren't shown anything coming from the sky, but Philo was able to sense that, and Raftalia was able to sense all the soldiers were gone, and so basically Naofumi had to shield everyone. Basically 4 shields, and they still look like they barely managed to, or Naofumi barely managed to hold off that judgment. And just from that, like I honestly don't think if the other two, the bow and the sword hero, if they were hit directly by this thing, then they probably wouldn't have survived. If Naofumi, who's probably has the best defensive abilities in probably all of the land, if he was barely able to hold that off, then like the only way that they must have escaped is if they were quick enough to react and maybe pull off some sort of evasive maneuver or something. And then we learned that it was the Pope, and I think we all kind of figured that he was a shady guy. He was always in the background, with the king. He was always there. He never treated the other clergymen didn't treat Naofumi correctly either, so we kind of figure that he definitely has something to do with the politics going on and the history with the shield hero, and he calls him the devil of the shield. And it's interesting that he notes that all the other heroes, they basically are dead because they aren't fulfilling their duties and they're walking corpses and all that. And he points out all their mistakes that they did, like with with that magic plant that the spear hero did, and the dragon corpse and all that. And he didn't mention the fact that Naofumi fixed it all. He should get more credit for that. But he calls him the devil, which, I mean, I think we'll figure out later why. What I didn't expect was the Pope betraying Mine. I would have thought that Mine and him were kind of working together, but it seems like the Pope kind of wants to get rid of the royal class altogether. I'm guessing because they are pretty problematic. The Queen, especially, is probably a big reason why. So I guess we kind of figure. I guess we can kind of deduce that the Pope's guards are the ones that are kind of keeping the Queen on house arrest. But it's still kind of confusing as to, if they actually know she exists, or like why aren't they doing anything to help her out in the first place? Because I know Melty goes back and forth between the two, and no one's really, the king hasn't really been able to do anything about it. So again, we're gonna have to wait to find out more about the situation, but I guess we kind of figured that the Pope is probably the big baddie in the situation. So at the end of the episode, the Pope is holding this special sword, which, I mean, it could be a four cardinals weapon, but I mean, I don't know. It's definitely a powerful weapon that he probably used for that judgment power, and he's probably gonna do it again. And that power can only be achieved through multiple casters at once, like all those clergymen and women spirit bombing that sword up. And yeah, I wonder if he's just going to do the same move or something else, but it doesn't look like Naofumi will be able to hold it off a second time. So I'm guessing that someone's going to help them out. My guess is probably the two other heroes. They probably maybe have recovered enough, or enough time has passed that from since that incident has happened, that they'd probably just in time to help them out. And yeah, hopefully they do, or maybe someone else will come and help them. But I don't think they're going to get out of the situation themselves. So what do you guys think about this episode? How do you think they're going to get out of the situation? Wasn't the Did you think the spear hero was still frustrating? I feel like probably after this he's gonna have to listen to Naofumi more, because I'm sure things are starting to click in his brain now. And anything mine will tell him afterwards, he's going to be a little more skeptical, like he should have been in the beginning. And so yeah, and do you think the other two heroes are alive? Like Victoria said, with even just one hero missing, they're not gonna hold off on the waves. So I'm pretty sure they're still alive, and I'm pretty sure they're probably hurt pretty bad. But they're gonna be a crucial part in clearing Naofumi's name. Thank you for watching. Please like the video, subscribe, comment, give me some advice from my channel, and I'll see you guys next week. Bye bye.